Hello everyone. Today I'll be doing a challenge where I draw different flowers as girls. The first flower I'll be drawing is lavender. So right now I've decided to do a rough sketch just to envision what I want her to look like and what outfit I want to give her. I was really thinking a layered dress which would follow the shape of the flower itself. And each layer would have different colors that kind of go a change in value, and yeah, so that's what I was thinking, and I decided to give her a bun just to really hone in on the lavender shape where the top is kind of pointy and it has more of a oval shape to it. So yeah. So now I'm starting with the actual sketch where I'm going to really draw out the character herself. So as I was doing her hair, I decided to go very over the top and give her a royal, grand look, make her look like a princess or something, a lavender princess. Because I really wanted to make her look as elegant as possible, because when I think of lavender, that's what I think of. I think of clean, elegant, put together. For the layers of her dress, I wanted them to look like petals, like lavender petals, so they kind of resemble a flower more. And I decided to give her kind of a corset on the top and very long looking sleeves. Honestly, coloring hair is my favorite part of the drawing process in general. Her hair literally looks like ice cream. It looks like a purple colored ice cream. I don't know if there's a purple flavor to ice cream, but it looks super edible and it looks super cute. I love it so much. I love the little swirls, and I love the light lavender color. And now I'm going on to the skin. I decided to give her a pretty tanned looking skin tone, light brown kind of, yeah. And now I'm gonna color her eyes, and I wanted them to be the opposite of her hair, which is green, lime green. And yeah, and her lips are purple color. Almost everything about her is gonna be purple because she's based off lavender, which is purple. So yeah, so now I'm working on her clothes. I'm doing a dark purple for her top, the top part and the sleeves. And yeah, I think the entire sleeves are just gonna be dark purple. And I also did this kind of material from her neck to the chest, which is kind of see-through material. Now I'm working on the layers of the dress, and I'm gonna go from darkest value to lightest value. So for this gold design that I did on her corset, I actually ended up changing it later on because I just didn't like it. Yeah. And now I'm doing her makeup, which is kind of like the first time I've ever done makeup on a character before. I honestly really like the makeup. It looks cool to me. And it's new, and I think I did a pretty good job for doing makeup for like the first time on a character. Yeah, so here's just me working on her face, and actually I'm starting the rendering process now, cleaning up the sketch, everything, to make the drawing look nicer. So actually, I wanted to talk about the concept of having an art style, like when it comes to being an artist, whether it's drawing or painting or whatever you do. I think a lot of artists, their main goal, or one of their main goals, is to have an art style that defines their work. That's one of my main goals too. But I feel like for a lot of people, especially new artists, it's hard to find your art style. I struggle with that myself, as my art style kind of changes all the time. I'm never really satisfied with the work that I put out. One day I might like it, the next day I might like something completely different, and I might want to just do a complete 180 and change up everything. So I just wanted to talk about it, just to discuss the idea itself, because I feel like a lot of artists are affected by this whole art style thing. Honestly, I'm no longer hard on myself when it comes to art styles, because I just know it's a part of the artist's journey to change your art style, to like something one day and not like it the other day. Over time, as you draw more and you learn more, your art style will come to you. It's hard to get an art style. It's hard to find one, but over time, it will come to you. You may not be there yet, but it will happen soon. The more you keep drawing, the more you keep learning, the closer your art style will come to you. And it's just whatever feels right, It's like when you start drawing, you actually end up liking what you draw, and you end up keeping, the way you draw, and it becomes a part of your work, and that is your art style. So I just wanted to talk about that because I don't know. It just, I feel like it's a very widely known topic that affects me, affects everyone who draws in general, and who wants to pursue a career in art. So yeah, right now I'm working on the rose. I decided to do kind of maybe a casino look with the top hat, the corset thing, And yeah, because when I think of roses, I think of romantic or like casino or yeah, that kind of vibe. Back to the topic of art styles. I honestly feel like my art style has been pretty all over the place lately. I I don't think I really know what I want when it comes to my art style. Mostly it's because of like social media and just what I've been seeing in general, because I feel like when I go on social media and I see different artists and like their different art styles, I'm like, oh, I want to be like that. I want to draw like that. And then I just completely change my art style. And then when I see someone else, I'm like, I want to draw like that. So then my art style is like changing constantly. And I honestly feel like every day I want something new. So I just hope it comes to a point where I finally figured myself out. Though it's nice to try like different art styles and new things, I feel like my art style has just been a bit wild so far. And sometimes when I want to do two things at once, they kind of mix together into a mess of an art style. So yeah, I just want to get to that point where I know what I want and I can stick with a certain art style for a certain amount of time. So yeah, the art style that I'm drawing in right now for these characters, I don't hate it. It's kind of in a awkward place right now because I'm like into a lot of different art styles right now. It's at an awkward phase, but I don't hate it. I actually kind of like the art style, and I think it looks cute so far. But I want it to be at a right place. So yeah, I'm just trying my hardest when it comes to art styles and art block in general. It's just the struggles of an artist, you know. And also I feel like actually when talking about social media, I feel like it's very common for a lot of artists to compare themselves with other people on the internet. So like if they see an artist that they like, they think that their art is cool, they might be like, why isn't my art like that? Why am I not doing art like that? I also fall victim to that, because when I'm on Pinterest or something and I see like an amazing artwork, I'm like, I want to do that. And then when I try it, I'm like, wow, why can't I do that? But I think like comparing yourself to another artist like that isn't very helpful to your mindset when it comes to art, because it kind of demotivates you, and you don't even know the other person too. The other person could be way more experienced, older, just more educated when it comes to art. So like just don't compare, like don't beat up yourself when it comes to like comparing yourself with other artists, because it's just not helpful to you and it's not helpful to your workflow. Because comparing yourself to other artists can really mess up your workflow. It can really just make you not want to draw, or make you like be like super obsessed with perfecting everything, which is something I experience a lot. Like when I look at my drawing, I'm like, yikes, this doesn't look very good. Or or I just don't want to draw at all, because when I draw, nothing looks good to me. So just enjoy other people's art without trashing on your own art, because it's better for everyone, including yourself. Yeah, and honestly just helps your workflow a lot. So yeah. And also with art styles too, it's okay to envy another person's art style, but please don't let it affect your own work. Again, same thing with comparison. There's nothing wrong with liking another person's art style or the way another person draws, but don't spend a bunch of time trying to be exactly like them. Don't try to completely copy their art style, and don't get upset with yourself when you can't do it, because everyone has their own art style that works for them. And you'll find your art style soon. So don't expect your art to look like someone else's, and don't beat yourself up for your art not looking like someone else's. Okay, this is the last flower that I'll be doing for this video, and it is probably my favorite one out of all the flowers that I've done so far. This is the sunflower, and when it comes to sunflower, all I can think of is summer. So I'm doing a summer dress, summer vibe, everything. And honestly, I just love everything about this drawing. It is like super peaceful, super cute. I love her hair especially because I wanted it to resemble a sunflower, like the petals of a sunflower. So I had it like this very big afro, and I gave her freckles because I don't know, freckles go well with summer. And I'm also gonna give her like a super cute sundress with like the leaves, like the leaves attached to the flower. That's gonna be on top of the sundress, and I'm gonna give her like sandals because summer, everyone wears sandals during summer. So yeah,